Welcome everyone. Here we are in chapter 1 of this session of building stairs inside of Revit. I say chapter 1, I guess I should say section 1 because we're working in chapter 1 of the textbook. So this is going to be quite a few chapters, quite a few sections, pretty involved chapter, pretty detailed, and so what does that mean? Let's get started. I'm looking at a 3D view and I'm going to follow the textbook, but I'm going to, I'm sure, skip some steps and add some additional workflow. So be patient with me. I would suggest you want to follow along in the textbook conceptually and follow along with this video conceptually. And we'll get all the way through this chapter. I'm looking at a 3D view here because I want to see my model. So step 1 is, because I know I'm going to be working on the east side of the building, I am going to turn this, maybe I'll try and turn the whole building wireframe. That didn't work so well. So I'm going to turn this particular object transparent with the override graphics, and I'll choose something like 75% transparent so that when I have done some work in my model, I can come back into this 3D view and verify that I got what I wanted. I'm going to do one more override here. I'm going to turn off the surface pattern of this wall as well so I don't have to look through all these bricks. So right here at surface pattern it says visible, and I'm going to uncheck that. All right. So I've got a 3D view where I get a better chance to check my work. So the textbook tells us to go to level 2. I will do that. I'm already zoomed in here. And before I do any work, I'm going to bring up a view here of a finished stair plan. And you can see that we're going to build some stairs. We're going to have a landing that has a curved outside edge. We're going to have a guardrail and a handrail, and we're going to have some ADA or American with Disabilities Act railings down below the stairs. Okay, so let's get back to work in our native file. So we need some markers of where to draw our stairs. And as we have built our file from scratch, we don't have any reference grids that show up in the textbook images. So let's get some. I'm going to take this reference plane that's in the center of my building, and I'm going to copy it up, and I'm going to copy it up 4 feet and 3 inches and 1/16 inch. So I'm going to kind of give you a little second to copy that down. So we're going to copy this up and then we'll copy it down as well. So there's the number. Let's move on. I'll press enter. Press enter. And I'm going to repeat that copy and get a reference plane on the other side by the same distance, 4 feet, 3 1/16 inches. And I now have, in this view, I can see the second story floor, right? So our stairs are going to start down here on the first floor, progress out. We'll have a landing, and they'll progress back in to meet up with the second floor. Pretty straightforward. I'm going to go to Architecture tab, utilize the stair command, and we see something like the image in the textbook of figure 10.3. We want to draw our stairs from level 1, and of course your level names may be a little bit different, and from level 1 to level 2. And the textbook talks about multi-story and all kinds of stuff. That is a workflow that's obsolete, and in version 2019, we're going to build a complete set of stairs from level 1 to level 2, and after we're done, we extend those stairs up to level 5, as opposed to extending them while we build them. So at this point, we're already kind of on page 466, and we are going to start to draw these stairs. I'm looking for this intersection point between my second floor and my new reference plane. I move to the right until in the very light gray area below my stairs, I see the text that says 9 risers. I'm going to click my next endpoint, and I'm going to make sure I bring my mouse straight up because I'm now going to begin the second flight of stairs, and I want it lined up. So I'll click that as a start point and progress over until I get to the intersection of the floor and click that, and Revit automatically builds those stairs. If I click back into the stairs, I can see over here on the left that they are 3 feet wide. The actual riser height is not the 7 inches that I asked for. They're actually 6 inches and 171/256 of an inch. Meaning Revit has calculated exactly what the riser height needs to be so that with 18 steps, I move exactly from the first floor to exactly the second floor. The tread depth is 11 inches, which of course is tied back to code. We could have adjusted those numbers before we created our stairs. However, notice now that the stairs are created, those numbers are grayed out. We cannot change the number of risers or these numbers after Revit has calculated the stairs. Just know that these are one of the rare exceptions that we cannot go back and edit later. So building stairs, we would kind of want to know exactly what we want ahead of time. All right. So we have completed this portion to build our stairs, and I'm going to click my green check mark, and I don't believe the textbook is going to have us do that, but I am, because I'm going to close this chapter out already, and then we will come back and modify this landing in the next section. There's my green check mark, and I have my stairs. Hope this is helpful, and we'll continue moving forward in the next section.